Hello, I'm Ann Hartley and I'm standing in front of a WW1 Memorial in Aston Parish Church, St Peter and St Paul, Birmingham. The memorial was commissioned after the Great War and parishioners and local community were invited to submit names to the church, and the memorial was formally unveiled on the 3rd of October 1921. The memorial contains 618 names, but because of errors and duplications, I believe that probably 597 men are represented on this memorial. Of those, I've managed to identify 582, leaving 15 men that have not been identified, and I'm hoping you can help me find them. Who are these men? What are their stories? Knowing something about the men who fell during the Great War helps us to better understand what they sacrificed. Brothers Frederick and Thomas Bolton died on the 1st of July 1916, the first day of the Battle of the Somme, during which the battalion was effectively wiped out. Sons of Emily and Benjamin, these Aston-born men enlisted in the 8th Battalion, Royal Warwickshire Regiment, whose barracks were in Aston, and they are remembered in the battalion's memory book, which is also to be found in the church. Herbert Jones was an Aston lad who was a destitute child, aged 12 years, was sent to Canada for rehoming and a presumed better life. He joined the Canadian Infantry, lying about his age, and sailed to Britain in July 1915. He died at the Battle of Vimy Ridge on Easter Monday, 9th of April 1917. He was 16 years old, the youngest on the memorial. Jack Townsend likely joined the Royal Navy before 1911. His father Edward had died by the time he was 8, and he and his older siblings left home when they could, no doubt needing to make their own way in the world as their mother Mary didn't remarry. Jack died on the 31st of May 1916, aged 23 years, aboard HMS Invincible, a battle cruiser which exploded and sank at the Battle of Jutland off Denmark's coast with the loss of 1,026 lives. Ernest Gillies was born, lived and worked in Aston in the earlier part of his life, but emigrated to Australia in 1912. He enlisted with the Australian Infantry early in 1915, giving his family's Vicarage Road address for contact, and sailed directly to Turkey in June of that year. The major August offensive on Gallipoli involved many Australian units, and on the 7th of August, Ernest joined the fight and was mortally wounded on the same day. He died aboard hospital ship Sicilia on the 11th of August 1915 and was buried at sea. Walter Seton was born in King's Lynn, but married in this church and baptised his children here. He latterly moved to Sutton Coldfield. He was a button burnisher, so most likely worked in Aston. Walter was one of the 5 bell ringers at the church who enlisted, but the only one not to have survived. He served with the Essex Regiment, dying at Ipswich Military Hospital on the 17th of August 1916. He's buried in a family grave at St Michael's, Boldmere. We want to make the information on these men as detailed as we can to tell their story. Please look at the website astonww1memorial.com, where you'll find a complete list and also a list of the 15 I haven't yet found. I need you to tell me if you know one of the 15 or have information about anyone on the memorial. Thank you.